Keith Randolph Smith takes control of the Wells Theatre stage from the moment he enters its brilliant set for Fences, the sixth play in August Wilson's historic 10-play Pittsburgh series, which began September 27th at Virginia Stage Company's Wells Theatre. Burly, bulky, brawny, and booming, Smith plays Troy Maxson, who makes 70-something a week as a garbage collector in 1957. But could have been a contender in the major leagues if he'd been white. Baseball was Troy's game. He had played in the Negro Leagues, as well as his metaphor for the daily struggle between life and death. He lives with his wife Rose, their son Corey, and Troy's damaged brother Gabriel in the 2-story brick house that dominates the Wells stage the same way Smith does, by not allowing you any other choice. Everyone in the audience has seen houses like this. The mottled brick, the green-painted wooden back steps and porch, the screen door into the kitchen, lace curtains in an upstairs bedroom. The house is flanked on one side by a bulky commercial building with a faded ad on its blank wall, and to the right by a narrow stairway leading up the hill. The small yard protects an old tree. A half-finished fence delineates the property line. Kudos to scenic designer Tony Chisek for creating a reality so palpable you feel you could walk on stage, past the brick house, up the narrow hill stairs, and disappear into 1957. This powerful sense of place is crucial to the play, which won the Pulitzer Prize in 1987, as well as a Tony Award and the New York Drama Critics Circle Award. Troy Maxson is an ordinary, which is to say complicated man, neither villain nor hero, determined to control what he can't understand. His disappointments have limited his perspective, so that he scorns the aspirations of his older son, Lyons, well played by Charlie Hudson III. Lyons is a dapper, talented, but struggling musician. Music is his whole world, as baseball was his father's. But Troy dismisses his son's dreams as meaningless and won't even go to hear him play. Troy is equally dismissive of the football hopes of Corey, his son with Rose. Corey, played with energy by Jonathan Majors, is an honor roll student who sees football as his way up and out. But his father demands that he continue to work at the A&P, even though Corey will miss the big game when a scout is coming. Eventually, their clash drives Corey far away. Tony Patano is Rose, Troy's beloved wife, who sides with her son, but to no avail. Patano conveys Rose's warm, loving, but practical nature. She asks her husband to build a fence around their little yard, a metaphor for protecting her loved ones. Some people build fences to keep people out. You build fences to keep them in. Jim Bono, quietly played by Rodney Suter, is Troy's loyal pal from jail long ago, his co-worker and his Friday after work drinking and bragging buddy. Troy's brother Gabe, mentally challenged from a war injury, is given a jittery, frenetic, desperate energy by Jeffrey D. Williams. Troy finally gets around to telling Rose about his girlfriend, who's pregnant, and refuses to understand why that's a problem for Rose. In one of the most poignant scenes in the play, the broken-hearted Rose tells her husband, "I took all my hopes and dreams and buried them in you." But when the girlfriend dies in childbirth, Rose accepts the baby, Raynell, as her own. Troy can't even cry for his dead girlfriend. Anger is the only response he has ever allowed himself, but his anger can no longer dominate his world. Years pass. Raynell is now a shy, coltish young girl radiantly limbed by Jamia Jones. Corey, now a Marine, has come home for his father's funeral and meets his sister for the first time. Gabe returns from the asylum and does a mad dance, blowing his soundless trumpet. As Troy's power and determination had united those around him, now Raynell's innocent grace unites them. Derek Sanders' direction brings out all the volatility of Wilson's characters, evoking their vulnerabilities and strengths. Christine Pasquale's costume design suits the characters unobtrusively, but well. The blues played during the breaks is appropriate, but alas, way too loud. I saw the great Bill Cobb in VSC's last production of Fences in 1990. Keith Randolph-Smith's portrayal is very different, but no less rivetingly memorable. From the other side of the Footlights, I'm MD Ridge.